The camera pans across a devastated ring. Steel chairs twisted like paper. Announce tables shattered into splinters. And in the center of this carnage stands one man, breathing heavily, blood trickling down his forehead, staring directly into your soul. This isn't just another match. This isn't just another rivalry. What you're about to witness is the culmination of 15 years of pure, unfiltered hatred between two men who have redefined what it means to be a professional wrestler. John Cena versus Brock Lesnar. WrestlePalooza 2025. And I'm telling you right now, someone's career might not survive this night. Before we go any further, hit that subscribe button right now because you're part of something special here at Ring Rumble. We're not just another wrestling channel throwing out hot takes for clicks. We're a family of wrestling fanatics who live and breathe this business, and if you stick with us through this video, I promise you'll understand why this match is going to shake the very foundation of sports entertainment. Drop a like if you're Team Cena, comment if you're Team Lesnar, and share this with every wrestling fan you know because what's coming at WrestlePalooza will be talked about for decades. Let's rewind the clock for a second. 2003, a young John Cena walks into WWE with a chip on his shoulder and something to prove. That same year, a genetic freak named Brock Lesnar is already the youngest WWE champion in history, destroying everyone in his path like they're nothing more than speed bumps on his road to immortality. These two men represented different worlds, different philosophies, different approaches to the same dream. Cena was the grinder, the workhorse, the guy who showed up every single night no matter what. Lesnar was the once-in-a-generation athlete who could do things in that ring that physics said shouldn't be possible. Fast forward through the years. Through the title reigns, through the main events, through WrestleMania moments that made us jump off our couches. Every time these two titans collided, it felt like watching tectonic plates smash into each other. Extreme Rules 2012. SummerSlam 2014. Night of Champions 2014. Each match more brutal than the last. Each encounter leaving both men questioning whether they had anything left to give. But here's what drives me absolutely insane about this rivalry, here's what makes my blood boil with anticipation. They've never truly settled it. Every match ends with an asterisk. Every victory comes with a question mark. Who is truly the better man? WrestlePalooza 2025 is supposed to answer that question once and for all, but I'm sitting here, 3 weeks away from the event, and I can barely sleep at night thinking about what's going to happen. The stakes have never been higher. According to reports leaking out of WWE headquarters, and I want you to listen to this carefully because it's being kept under wraps, this match has a stipulation that hasn't been officially announced yet. The loser has to retire. Not next year. Not after one more match. Immediately. That night. The loser walks out of WrestlePalooza and never steps foot in a WWE ring again as an active competitor. Can you imagine? John Cena, the man who's overcome every obstacle, conquered every challenge, beaten every odd stacked against him, could be forced to hang up his boots at the hands of the one man who has consistently, repeatedly, systematically dismantled him. Or Brock Lesnar, the beast incarnate, the conqueror, the man who broke The Undertaker's streak, could be sent packing by the man he spent over a decade trying to prove he's superior to. The ramifications are staggering. The emotional weight is crushing, and that's exactly why we can't look away. Let's talk about where these two men are right now, mentally and physically, because that context matters. John Cena is 48 years old. Read that again. 48. He's defied father time longer than anyone thought possible. His body has been through absolute war. 17 surgeries. Countless injuries that would have ended lesser men's careers before they even started. He's told us time and time again that his time is now, but we all know the clock is ticking. This might legitimately be his last opportunity to cement his legacy as the absolute greatest of all time. 17 world championships tie him with Ric Flair, but that number 18 has eluded him. Beating Brock Lesnar at WrestlePalooza, retiring the beast on his own terms, that would be the exclamation point on a career that transcends wrestling. Then there's Brock Lesnar. 47 years old. Still looks like he could bench press a small car. Still moves with the agility of someone half his age. But don't let the physique fool you. Even Lesnar has his vulnerabilities now. His matches are fewer and farther between. Paul Heyman, his longtime advocate, has been noticeably absent from his side in recent weeks, sparking rumors of internal conflict. Lesnar has always been about dominance, about making people fear him, about being the final boss that nobody can defeat. But what happens when the final boss shows cracks in the armor? What happens when the beast realizes he might be mortal after all? The build to this match has been absolutely phenomenal, and I need to give credit where credit is due. WWE has knocked it out of the park with the storytelling. It started 6 months ago at the Royal Rumble when Cena made his surprise return, eliminating 3 people before Lesnar's music hit. The look on Cena's face when Lesnar's pyro exploded, you could see it in his eyes. This wasn't nostalgia. This wasn't a fun trip down memory lane. This was unfinished business demanding resolution. Lesnar entered at number 30, and within 90 seconds, he had eliminated everyone except Cena. The two of them stood in that ring, forward to forward, neither man backing down, until Roman Reigns of all people snuck in and eliminated both of them simultaneously. That should have been the end of it, but it was just the beginning. The next night on Raw, Cena called out Lesnar, challenging him to one final match. Not for a title. Not for glory. For pride. To finally, definitively answer who the better man is. Lesnar accepted with a sadistic smile, and Paul Heyman grabbed the microphone to make the stipulation. Retirement match. The loser's career ends that very night. The crowd went absolutely nuclear. Cena stood there, you could see him processing it, calculating whether his body had one more war left in it, and then he nodded. He accepted. What followed over the next few months was a masterclass in psychological warfare. Lesnar attacked Cena during a signing event, F5ing him through a merchandise table. Cena responded by showing up at Lesnar's training facility with a camera crew, challenging him to a spontaneous fight that turned into an 8-minute brawl through the gym. Security had to pull them apart. The hatred is real. The animosity is palpable. This isn't two professional wrestlers working an angle. This is two alphas who genuinely believe they're better than the other, and they're willing to sacrifice everything to prove it. Let me break down what each man brings to WrestlePalooza and why this match is going to be an absolute war. John Cena's greatest strength has always been his heart. Sounds corny, sounds like something out of a motivational poster, but it's the truth. How many times have we seen Cena take an ungodly amount of punishment, get beaten within an inch of his life, and still find a way to win? His resilience is legendary. His ability to absorb damage and keep fighting is unmatched. Plus, and this is crucial, Cena has been training differently for this match. He's brought in MMA coaches, submission specialists, people who can help him counteract Lesnar's amateur wrestling background. Cena knows he can't just rely on his traditional moveset. He needs to evolve or die. Brock Lesnar, on the other hand, is a different kind of monster altogether. His amateur wrestling credentials speak for themselves. NCAA Division I heavyweight champion. The man is a legitimate fighter who happens to be a professional wrestler. When Lesnar gets his hands on you, when he takes you down and starts raining elbows and knees, it's over. We've seen him do it to everyone. The Undertaker. John Cena multiple times before. Roman Reigns. Goldberg. The list goes on. Lesnar's suplex variations alone could end this match at any moment. German suplex. Overhead belly to belly. And of course, the F5, one of the most devastating finishing moves in wrestling history. If Lesnar hits that move clean, it's good night. But here's where it gets interesting, and this is what has me on the edge of my seat. Both men know each other's playbooks inside and out. They've wrestled each other so many times that there are no surprises left, right? Wrong. Because desperation breeds innovation. When your career is on the line, when everything you've worked for hangs in the balance, you dig deeper than you've ever dug before. You find reserves of strength and creativity you didn't know existed. I'm predicting we're going to see moves, strategies, and moments from both men that we've never witnessed before. They're going to empty the tank completely because there's no tomorrow if they lose. The rumor mill has been working overtime about potential interference. Will Roman Reigns show up to cost both men the match, getting revenge for that Royal Rumble elimination? Will Paul Heyman turn on Lesnar, aligning with Cena in a shocking twist? Will Randy Orton, Cena's longtime rival and occasional ally, make an appearance? The unpredictability is driving fans crazy, and honestly, that's exactly what makes professional wrestling beautiful. We think we know what's going to happen, but deep down, we have no idea. Let's talk about the venue for a second because it matters. WrestlePalooza is being held at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, California. 70,000 screaming fans packed into one of the most technologically advanced stadiums in the world. The pageantry, the spectacle, the sheer magnitude of the event all adds to the pressure both men will feel. This isn't a random Raw or SmackDown. This is a career-defining, legacy-cementing moment on the biggest stage possible. The entrance alone for both men is going to give us goosebumps. Can you imagine the pop when Cena's music hits? Can you imagine the intimidation factor when Lesnar makes his way to the ring, knowing that in approximately 30 minutes, someone's career ends? I've been watching wrestling for 25 years, and I can count on one hand the number of matches that truly felt like anything could happen. This is one of those matches. My heart says Cena finds a way to win. The underdog, the never-give-up hero, triumphing one last time against impossible odds. It would be the perfect storybook ending to an incredible career. But my head says Lesnar is too dominant, too physically imposing, too ruthless. He's going to systematically dismantle Cena like he's done before and send him into retirement as the alpha predator asserting his dominance one final time. Whoever wins at WrestlePalooza, whoever walks out with their career intact and whoever is forced to say goodbye, one thing is absolutely certain. We're going to witness history. We're going to watch two of the greatest performers to ever lace up boots leave everything they have in that ring. Blood, sweat, tears, and possibly the end of an era. This is why we love professional wrestling. This is why we invest emotionally in these characters and storylines. Because when it's done right, when the stakes are real and the performers care as much as we do, nothing else in entertainment comes close. So make sure you're subscribed to Ring Rumble because we're going to have immediate post-show reactions, analysis, and exclusive content breaking down every second of this match. We're in this together, and your support means everything to us. Comment below right now with your prediction. Who walks out victorious? Who is forced to retire? And most importantly, are you ready for WrestlePalooza 2025? Because ready or not, history is about to be made.